Hey guys. Okay, so I'm going to do an update on the project I've been working on. As you notice, I've done some renovations in here to the no more grow tent. Apparently, it was a distraction to people, so it gave me more room getting rid of it. I wasn't really using it anyway, and redid all the furnace piping and everything else. Anyway, yeah, to the project. That's pretty much the finished product. Kind of melted it a bit trying to get the fiber tape on it, but it turned out pretty good. And I potted it, and then once it dried, I put a little Velcro on the back and glued that to it. There's the box after I finished printing it out. Painted it black. To finish it off, what I'll do is I'll end up opening it up, and I'm going to pour a whole tube of epoxy in there and just basically fill it right up and just basically pot the whole bloody thing. And this way, if I do get stuck on the rain, everything is potted. This is potted, this is potted, and this is already pre-potted when I bought it, so it's all good. To put it on the bike, which I probably won't do today because I got to redo the wiring on the bike. It's a touch much. I don't know if you can see that, but I gotta do some cable management here. it's getting pretty bad. But to put this on, pretty straightforward. You put it up to the bars. I got a little piece of Velcro glued to the bar. This glue is that rubber cement. If I pull it off, it won't leave a mark on the bars. But you basically just set this down where you want it to sit and push down on it. And that's the installation right there. You can't crush it by pushing on it. And there you go. I'll actually power it up and let you see what it looks like. It's pretty good. Yeah, it's I think I got a battery back up here. Battery bank. For the sound, I'm going to basically make another module for that because I don't want to mess with this one here with the code, because from what I've read and what people have been saying, when you make these numbers larger, they use up a lot of memory when they start registering and reading, and basically it'll freeze. So I don't want to mess with a good thing. It's working properly as it is, so that's it. That's my dashboard so far. Down the road I might change it. I might actually get the larger one and just basically unsolder this one and change the code and make it larger if I want. Or make another one for here. I don't know. But it's been a fun project. I think next on the chopping block is the motor. What I'm going to do, since I'm not using the fans anymore, under here I have a buck converter that changes 12 volts to 16 volts for the fans. What I'll do is I'll cut the fan wire and use that to power the arduino, and we'll just basically dial it down to 5 volts, because you can go lower than 12. If it's 12 volts you're putting into the DC to DC inverter, you can go lower than 12. So I'm going to bring it down to 5, and that should be good for that. It's still on the up in the air what I want to do with the motor. I have so many different plans I want to try. I want to do the water cooling, but then I'm thinking maybe it might be nice to be trying out 2 motors at the same time with dual controllers, which would be kind of cool, running into one throttle, because I'm thinking of getting 2 1200 watt controllers with 2 hub motors the same. I bet you that thing it would just fly. It's either that or drill at the end, make it star delta like I've done in the past, and this thing would be really fast. Okay, here's the deal. If I do drill this out, okay, I can't bring the tubing out for the water cooling out the other side because the wiring is in there. If I drill this end out, I'm not going to be able to get 2 copper lines out. One copper line is barely going to fit through. Now, what I planned on doing was using a if anybody knows anything about air conditioning, and you have that really thin copper line that goes to the filter that does the compression. If you were to run like 6 of them out of here, what you could do, because they're just really flimsy, like wiring. And then what you do is you would solder them together into one solid piece of copper that you could put your connector on and run your plastic pipes up. You could do it that way, and you can just bend it out. A lot of work to do it, and I can't guarantee how well it's going to cool. Because all you can really do is just basically spool the copper on the inside of the flange of the hub. You're not going to be able to water cool the actual stator itself, just the bottom half of it. I mean, it'd be a fun project, and it probably would work a little bit, but it's not gonna keep me from frying this motor. Like, I'm pumping. This is a 36 volt motor, 500 watt, and I'm pumping 2 kilowatts through this bloody thing. Yeah, I wonder why when I stop I could smell the windings. So I figured if I do 2 motors at 1200 watts apiece, that would give me a little bit more torque. It would give me a killer torque, and still keep the speed up. Anyway, it's up in the air. I mean, I could just cut the wires for the fans and just leave this the way it is and go pick up another motor and swap the controller out with. I already got one 1200 watt controller that hasn't been used yet, and just double them up with one throttle. But I don't know. It's up in the air. I want to get this installed and out of the way, and then we'll go from that. But like I said, I got to do something with this wiring. I got to cut all this and de-wire the whole thing. That's about it, guys. Later.